Let's start this with a prayer. Dear Father, I thank you for this opportunity to be used as a vessel to let your people know that you are available, able, and ready in the name of Yeshua from Nazareth. Amen. So this is Isaiah 1, 2 through 6. And this is really the Lord just being like, the Lord has said, listen, heaven and earth. The children I raised have turned against me. Oxen and donkeys know who owns them and feeds them, but my people won't ever learn. Israel, you are a sinful nation, loaded down with guilt. You are wicked and corrupt, and you have turned from the Lord, the holy God of Israel. Why be punished more? Why not give up your sin? Your head is badly bruised, and you are weak all over. From your head to your toes, there isn't a healthy spot. Bruises, cuts, and open sores go without care or oil to ease the pain. Listen, if I'm getting on here and I'm talking to you, best believe that I didn't had this talking to already. Listen, Tanya, I showed you how to go. I showed you how to conduct yourself. I constantly tell you how to do it, but you want to do what you want to do because I'm not going to talk about anybody else. I'm going to talk about me. So the Lord had said, listen, heaven and earth, literally talking beyond time, beyond space, beyond matter, listen. And I don't think you understand, for me, I don't have a physical father, so I don't know what that looks like when the father is talking and everything shuts down oh, he's serious. But the way the Most High works, listen, I can imagine. I can imagine what it is because when he's like, I told you this, and he's talking to me and he's disappointed in with whatever is going on, it's a certain tone that he has. And when I was reading this, it made me think of a parent. And a parent, this is your father speaking to all. I'm the mom, so in my house, when I'm not happy with something that happens, it's a certain tone that you get from me. And they're like, I get it. I get it. I get it. And then when I was looking for children, because he said, the children I raised have turned against me. And in the Oxford Dictionary, and this is what's so crazy about words, and I hope you peep it, it applies to whoever is the definition. It applies to their understanding of it. So when I looked up children, it's a young human being below the age of puberty. Puberty is a time in life when a boy or a girl becomes sexually mature. This is the first thing that said. This isn't me. I didn't say this. So, but obviously it's a stage of development. So he's talking to his people I raised you. You're my children. And as a parent, I know, and regardless as to what anybody else says or how they define whatever, this is me and you. So when he's using Isaiah to talk to his people, it's the same thing now with us. When we read this word, it really should be speaking to us because it started speaking to me. 3 says, oxen and donkeys know who owns them and feeds them. And when I looked up an ox is used for plowing, transport. They're used for moving things or people, and they apply pressure, right? If you got to thresh some grain, they're the ones stomping it and separating it. And it usually got to be yoked. And then he used the donkey, right? Another animal. And this is the cheapest animal in underdeveloped countries that you can use for power agriculturally. And 96% of them are in underdeveloped countries. So he used 2 animals that are meant for working, that are meant for applying some pressure, because the donkey can basically do the same thing that the ox does, just on a smaller scale. But he uses these 2 animals it's work to be done. I raised you. There's work to be done. The animals that I created know who I am. They know who feeds them, but you don't. You ain't ever gonna learn. Listen. So I got this dude and he, man, literally, he's my best friend, right? Best friend. I love him like, man, if it was up to me, like, he'd be my husband yesterday, right? But we've come to a spot in our relationship where we both want peace, we both want to grow, but there's some things that, like, I must say for me, if you talk to me a certain type of way, and I'm telling you, like, I don't want this, I want peace, and you're not giving me peace, the only thing that I have known to do is be like, oh, let's go. Now, I'm a daughter of the Most High, so everybody's going to assume that I'm supposed to act a certain way, but even my father knows that, like, I'm stubborn, that is still some stuff wrong with me, that I messed up. You're a sinful nation loaded down with guilt. It's the guilt that makes you respond a certain way. So my father understands this about me. But he's telling me I got to clean my act up. And here comes a situation with somebody that I love and something off kilter is being said. And then it's like, oh, let's take the gloves off. This is what you really want to do? Like, and that's just one scenario. Like, that's just me slipping back into this. If I love you and I tell you that I love you, it's a certain way I should talk to you. Now, I don't know about other women, but I know me. And one thing I love is a good verbal judo tournament, right? But not with somebody I love, not my best friend, not my boo, not bae, not like. And I have the Most High telling me, you need to leave all of that alone. And then he goes, you are wicked and corrupt and have turned from the Lord. In those moments, and I don't think that people really think about it, but in those moments you do, like, I do turn from him. Because instead of holding my tongue and having like self-control, I know you just didn't disrespect me. Oh, and listen, there have been some murderous things that have come out of my mouth. And it's not anything I'm proud of. But if I'm going to use one of my words to kill something, let it not be a son or a daughter of the Most High or even myself anymore. And like, this is a part in my walk where, you know, I need him. I need his guidance. I need to learn and stop turning away from him, the holy God of Israel, and him still being compassionate and being like, why be punished more? Why not give up your sin? Because I know him. I have a relationship with him as my father, and as his child, he expects me to act a certain way because he's raised me. Like, you're not supposed to be like everybody else. And, you know, people don't understand that this relationship spiritually, like, if you don't believe, you'll never see it. And but physically, you could see somebody and still not believe what they're telling you because you want to think different. Like, it's weird to me. He said, your head is badly bruised and you are weak all over. From your head to your toes, there isn't a healthy spot. Bruises, cuts, and open sores go without care. So walking around and being broke up in everything I do, and him being like, why do you choose to do that? I'm here. This invitation, because of Yeshua, is extended to everyone. Like, you ain't got to walk around like that. Like, you got a home. You got a father that loves you. Now, I just feel for me, you know, being a mother, it's good to have a man in the house. It's good to have this strength and power and just logic that the Most High brings. Because I wall out too, you know, and it's me holding on to guilt and responding a certain way. It's me remaining wicked and corrupt and being like, I'm offended, I got to attack you, not realizing that the enemy could use somebody else to get to me, but I'm supposed to stay on my job and be a peacemaker? This isn't like, this isn't what you think. This relationship with him is life-changing. And he don't want nothing but for us to get it together and stop missing the mark, because that's what sinning is. You know, he's telling you, this is my point. This is your mark. Walk it this way. Include me this way. I don't know what else there could be, but give it a shot. Give it a shot, and it's not hard. It seems like it's hard because you're not walking in your strength anymore, and you're allowing him to do a new thing. You're gonna be broken. You gotta break some of the old stuff off. Like it's a new day, it's a new journey. He don't want you to have to suffer. He don't want you to have to die. But this is on you. Holla, God.